Well, we now have 2 spring football leagues, but what does that mean? What do we do with them? I don't know. I think I have a solution here. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here, and today I'm here bringing you guys my spring football solution. Let's dive right into this. As it stands right now, a little bit of background. We have 2 spring football leagues, the XFL and the USFL. These 2 leagues have been kind of ongoing throughout the fall or throughout the spring since the Super Bowl. They are still going all the way until July. But I really think that I would love to see something a little bit different. So in the MLB, you have the minor leagues. You have the AAA and the majors. And then you have lower minor leagues, but we're not going to talk about those. It's not relevant. But what I've done is I think that the XFL and USFL should work with the NFL. Maybe merge the 2 together into some sort of minor league system where teams can call up and send down during the regular season. And basically what I would say is you'd have a 17-game length season for these teams. You expand it to 32 teams, which, yes, I will go over at the end. I did go through the effort of putting a minor league city that I do believe can support a football team for each NFL team, but we'll dive more into that towards the later part of the video. But I think we would have a 17-game season that would start off in the about the playoffs of the NFL. You know, encourage teams throughout the regular season to play exhibition games. Maybe have monetary incentives, I'm not sure, but have something like that. So teams will still be playing games, and then you could have the major, like the NFL teams, call up, send down, all of that kind of stuff from their minor league affiliates. And then the playoff format, you still have a similar playoff format to the NFL, but this would also be a great testing ground for new potential rules. If the NFL was wanting to change, let's say, their pass interference rule after the whole Rams-Saints incident, they could have tested it for a year in the minor league, so to speak, find out, hey, it doesn't really work, and we don't have to bring it to the NFL. I really think that would be a good thing. And what you could do is you would have the season start somewhere around the playoffs, play 17 weeks, brings you right towards about the very beginning of training camp, same time span of football, continuous, and you still have the playoffs through like normal, and that will be a really good way I think the NFL can work to expand. The NFL has been wanting a similar type of minor league developmental system for years now, since the start of this whole spring football started with the AAF, XFL reboot, all that fun stuff. And I just think this would be very beneficial. Teams could call up and send down during the regular season based off of performance in exhibition games, which means the players would still be pushing to do well in those exhibition games, so they wouldn't be worthless. And you would have teams having the ability to have larger roster spots. So let's say the Niners have their quarterbacks injured into oblivion. They can, let's say, send down an injured quarterback and call up a quarterback from their minors, you know? But let's just go ahead without further ado and dive into these teams that I have come up with, the cities for each team. So, starting in the AFC, we'll go ahead and pull this with me because I'm going to need to look at this. So for Buffalo, I have Toronto, Canada. I want to test some international markets. I think Toronto is close enough to Buffalo where it'll be a reasonable fit, and I think Toronto is a big enough market to support a football team. I mean, I remember back when the Bengals sucked, there was rumors about the Bengals maybe going to Toronto. So why not send a minor league team and test those markets out? Miami, Fort Myers, Florida. Not really a lot of retail space in Florida. Fort Myers, probably one of the bigger areas. New England, Springfield, Massachusetts, or Albany, New York. Could go either way. Also, before we go further into this, let me know who you think, what cities you think should host a minor league team if the NFL expands to do this. But let's keep on going here. New York Jets, I gave them Trenton, New Jersey, because they're more the New Jersey team. Kansas City, St. Louis, very fitting. Just across the state, St. Louis is a huge football town. Makes just too much sense. The Chargers, San Diego, same deal. Former team in San Diego, just down the coast. Perfect fit. Las Vegas, I think they would have the ability to support another team. I think that you can work out the games so that in such a way that you would have an ability to have the teams practice on a different field or whatever. Play games in Allegiant Stadium as needed. I think they could work it out. Denver, I have Salt Lake City, Utah. Fair enough city, I think. Utah, I think, can support it. Cincinnati with Columbus, Ohio, pretty fittingly. Baltimore with Wilmington, Delaware. Pittsburgh with Erie, Pennsylvania. Cleveland with Canton, Ohio, because you have to have a team in Canton. There's no doubt about that. Jacksonville with Tallahassee, Florida. Tennessee with Memphis, Tennessee, as Memphis is really showing out this year. They can really be a football town. Indianapolis with Fort Wayne, Indiana, because Fort Wayne, I feel like it's a big enough area. You don't have the football infrastructure, but I'm sure you can work something out with some sort of field. And Houston, I gave them San Antonio, Texas. Now, on the NFC side, let's go ahead and dive into that. For the Eagles, I have Allentown, Pennsylvania. Dallas, Arlington, Texas. New York Giants, New Haven, Connecticut. Washington Commanders, Richmond, Virginia. San Francisco 49ers, Oakland, California. Seattle Seahawks, Vancouver, Canada. Once again, I think Canada is another nice market to test out. You have the Rams. This is a tough one to place. So I wanted to test out Mexico, but I didn't want to put a team in Mexico City. So I kind of went a little risky with Tijuana. This is the one I'm not as confident about. Definitely give me ideas down below as to where you think that a Rams minor league team could be and be successful. For Arizona, we have Albuquerque, New Mexico. Minnesota, we have Winnipeg, Canada. Detroit, I gave them Grand Rapids, Michigan. Green Bay, Milwaukee. Chicago with Springfield, Illinois. Tampa Bay with Orlando, Florida. Carolina with Greensboro, North Carolina. New Orleans with Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And Atlanta Falcons with Birmingham, Alabama. I think these markets are big enough to support teams if need be. And I really think this would be a beneficial expansion for the NFL for them to have a minor league team. But let me know down below what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. And I guess with that, I will see you guys later. Peace out and have a good one.